This brings me to cross-generational relationships that most research papers have referred to as transactional relationships. Now, what is a cross-generational relationship? Yes. There is a cross and there is a generation. What makes a generation, by the way? Before even we get any far, yes.
Cross-generational relationships are whereby one individual is when older than the other person. And for example, one could be 70 years and this one is 20 years.
So we are saying when 70 years vis-a-vis 20 years. Yes? Yes.
First generation can be, let's say, me, I'm 22, and I'm dating a man like 65.
This one is saying 22 and dating a man of 60. I don't know why you're putting it only around years. Yes?
I think the generation is comprised of 10 years. So when you date somebody older than you by 10 years, you're doing a cross-generational relationship.
So how old are you?
23.
23. So which generation are you in right now? You are ready for how many generations?
Live for 2 generations.
Are we all together? So sometimes when we say cross-generation relationships, good, the first thing that we look at the years. Okay? But we look at the age interval of 10 what? So if you're 30 years and you're having a relationship with a girl of 16 years, that is close what? I don't know how much you're you, but then also, are we all together? Are we all together? But what I want to emphasize here, what do you think causes this kind of relationship to come into place? Someone to help me move around the mic.
I think one of the causes of cross-generation relationship, I should say it's lack of self-worth. For example, me, let's say I'm on campus, and you know that generation is the iPhone generation. When I don't have the iPhone, and let's say you come to me and you can afford that for me.
So on our definition, we're adding another thing, material what?
Materialistic.
Yes, materialistic.
I think sometimes it's because of our family. You find it whereby like maybe the father talks to your man and because of that like financial problems at home. So they're like, you know what? Just get married that man so that we are well off.
Mic check 1. Hold it at.
Okay, we shall come to that. Because something to do with the, sometimes you can, let's attribute it to family poverty. Yes?
I think cross-generational relationships are influenced by the imbalance in ratios, the ratio of boys to girls.
Okay. Imbalance of ratios, eh? So like what's the ratio? When you say male to female, what's the ratio here? 2 to 5, eh? Okay. Yes.
Sometimes I think generational relationships are for growth and development. Like if I'm 23, I'm talking to someone who's 35, he will teach me something that I don't know.
Yeah. What things? Let me kind of yes. Yes.
I think there is ambition for some category, because some people need more things at a younger age, and they can't access it in the same age group, so they decide to go for someone who has done it.
Come again?
Ambition,
Ambition.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
You might find like you want something, but the same, you can't get it to the same age group, so you need someone who has made it in life. So those
Is are a bit older than you.
So you need. Okay. The thing is. Okay. The thing is. Yes. And then it is pride. Okay. Because of time. Now, people. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes we want
You want?
the youth, the relationships between youth and youth are very stressful. But with the older people, we are looking for peace.
Okay. Okay. So, now, cross-generational relationships. Excuse me. So there is definition. Now, researchers and experts who are looking at human rights and all that, they are referring to this as the sugar daddy syndrome. Sugar daddy what? I don't know why. I was asking myself the same thing. Why not sugar mommy? But it's now referred to as the sugar daddy what? Now, this is defined as the sexual relationships, or the sexual relationship between an adolescent girl. This is an international definition. And a partner who's older, usually by 10 years or more. Are we all together? Now, the sample that was carried out, or the research that was carried out last year, it was found out that 7,000 men had engaged in cross-generational what? Sex. Are we all together? In a period of only 12 months. Are we all together? And these were men, especially between the age of 30 to 49 years. Are we all together? Are we all together? Now, sometimes the most repercussions from cross-generational relationships is that the most bitter outcomes, or the negative outcomes, they always come back to bite the females or the ladies. Are we all together? So most cases have been found out that there's always an unprotected sex that is involved in there, and we have a lot of HIV spread and STIs. Okay? We have people who are getting unwanted what? Unwanted pregnancies that is leading to school dropouts. Are we all together? Then we have had also this leading to unsafe what? Abortions. Why? Because most men do not want to be responsible. And then we have heard of this also influencing divorces, and also like marriages have been shattered. Are we all together? And also this has given birth to violence. So in most cases, there is no good that comes out from cross generation relationships. Because they are always transactional. And sometimes here the love is not there. It is, you do for me, I do for you. Yeah? You push me, I do what? I push you. Are we all together? Now, I just want to rush a little bit. We are going to do some I want you to first close your eyes. You first close your eyes. So I'm going to speak these words. We are doing a mind test. Are we together? Now I'm going to show you how sometimes our minds influence us. Sometimes to do the wrong decisions and also to do the right decisions. Now, this is a mind test that has been tested by so many psychiatrists and therapists. So, first close your eyes. Now, I'm going to speak these words. Now, I want you to imagine a red car parking at the top of a mountain. A red car parking at the top of the what? Now, you have imagined it, right? Now, what I do not want you to imagine is a green car sloping down the mountain. Now you can open your eyes. You can open your eyes. Now, who didn't think about the green car sloping down the mountain? You be very honest. The mind is designed to process the good things, but also to be resistant to advice. Are we all together? Are we all together? It is very difficult to tell a person, if I brought a very huge basin here and I covered it, and I tell you people, whatever you do, do not open what? People will open it. Are we all together? And this is normal. This is how the mind is designed to think. We have said our behavior can influence our relationships. Not so. Now, I know some of you, when we talk about the sugar daddy syndrome, we shall tell you, it is bad, what and what, we shall give you scenarios, but you still want to go and find out. Are we all together? And that's where now the problems start from. Now, as I do another demonstration, I want you to write at the back of your... Okay. Someone help me distribute these. Now, I want you to write on this small paper. Just pass. Get one pass behind. You get one, you pass behind. Okay. Now, this one I will collect later. I'm going to give you a scenario. Write it down. I'm giving you scenario 1. Now, Nalukenge, you're not writing. Nalukenge is 16 years old. Nalukenge is 16 years old. She wants to continue going to school. She wants to continue going to school. Right. But she does not have school fees. But the same Narukenge has a fisherman, 45 years, who has promised to pay for her school fees only if she gives in to sex. As a peer educator who has graduated from the Peer Educator Academy, as a peer educator, okay, so Narukenge is a 16-year-old girl who wants to still go back to school but has no school fees. But Mr. Sembatia, a fisherman, 45 years, has promised to pay for her school fees to go back to school on one condition: if she gives in to sex. As a peer educator who has graduated from richer hands from the Peer Educator Academy, what advice do you give to Narukenge? We shall correct those things later. The answers can be brief. Now, I need one volunteer. Where's my matchbox? Ichibiriti change chiriwa. Aho kumeza. I need one volunteer. Jangu. Ebintu by'omuliro bimanyi. Sarah is here. Sarah is what? I'm not going to tell anything. No, let us observe this thing. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? Eyes on Sarah. And on the paper. Yes, what do we learn from this? Yes.
Challenging situations.
Let go of some challenging challenges, yes. If it is too hot, you always let. I
was gonna say the same thing.
Okay. Yes, huh? Yes?
Do not hold on to something that might cause harm to you.
It will cause harm to you. Now, yes. Here as well.
What I learned from this is that at first something can be good, can be beneficial, can seem to be nice. But after some time, it can pain us.
Yes. Okay. Yes, last one.
You always have to look for a solution before you let it go. Because we saw Salah holding the seed,
Yes.
then afterwards.
Yeah, letting go. Okay. Now, people, what I want us to learn from this, if a relationship, your partner does not respect your ideas, wants to influence you to fit into what they want, are we all together? A sugar daddy comes your way, but remember you have a principle, you have your values. You are an ethical person. There are things you stand for. If you want to break your virginity on the day you get married, this is what makes you, by the way. This is what you believe in. And people should not make you break your what? Your principles. just for the sake of pleasing them. If the relationship now reaches that point, there is no respect, there is no communication, there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of demeanor, there's a lot of what? Please let go. Please let what? Do not, at the moment you see the first spark, it's going to keep burning, baby. It's going to keep burning. Are we all together? And if you hold on, it's going to consume you. Are we all together? Are we all together? Now, I want to move. My last part is on the scenarios. Now, there is a time when we were at campus. A lady called for a house party. She was a popular lady at a university. Are we all together? And do you know what happened? She called for a house party. People brought cakes at her place and everything. She invited like 20 girls. These people went, they ate the cake. Those who didn't eat, some of them left. But those who ate the cake and they ate the food, they slept and woke up the next morning only to find out they were being raped. Some of them were pregnant and some of them had been infected by HIV. When they ran an investigation, they found out that this house was an Airbnb. Are you getting me? This lady at campus had only come to study. She had only studied like for 2 months. But because she was popular with, people thought that she was a nice person. But when they investigated further and arrested her, that there is a group of rich people who hired her to do that party, so that these rich men, when these people were drugged and they were sleeping and they couldn't move, guys came and slept on them. 7 guys. They did their rituals and they left. Most of them, 3 of them were pregnant actually. Others had HIV, but they don't know who raped them. They don't, up to today. They are now married people, but they are still traumatized by that experience. So it takes me back to what we talked about, the PV what? The PVA. You always have to do what? Profile people. We have been taking that sword. We said we should not do what? Trust people. Are we all together? Trust is like a double-edged sword. On one side it is good, on the other side it is. Second scenario. Who has heard of the Yahoo boys? Yahoo Plus. Now people, we live in a world that actually believes in traditions and customs and ancient gods and everything. Now I had so many videos, but I'm limited by time. These people went to, this man, he went and cooked meat. You know meat, eh? Took it to a shrine. The priest did some small thing. This is not in Nigeria. It happened in Ghana. Don't think this is a Nigeria. The guy drove to a bar. He told the people were drunk in the bar. He said, you come and eat meat. I can have very sweet meat. The guy brought the meat in the bar. People ate. And 32 people died. Dead. Scenario number 3. This lady dates a guy. Very good guy. Very handsome. I wanted to show you the video. Very handsome. But I will share the link in the group. But it is, I'm putting a PG. A disclaimer. It's so scary. Dated this guy was so good, handsome. One night, this lady goes to this guy's house. The guy locks the house, goes to the room, and picks a very huge snake. And the guy says to this lady, this snake is my what? Is my, like my mother, my everything, has given me wealth and everything. If you are scared, if you get scared, it's going to kill you. It was like a huge spiritual snake. The lady, what he did, he had to calm down, but secretly got the phone and recorded the guy. Next morning, because the guy was showering with the snake, they slept with the snake, and in the morning, the guy ran away, and the lady ran away and posted the videos. Now, people, what I'm saying is that I'm not making you get scared of guys, but at the back of your mind with these relationships, there are people who need you for different things. Are we all together? Some people need to drag you, have sex with you, record videos, and sell them on Pornhub. That's what they need. Are we together? Some other people, they just need to use you for rituals. I'm not saying everyone is a ritualist. Look, why are you looking at me? You think I'm a chief priest? You get it? Like 2 minutes. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that, please, you have been seeing these videos that go around. Nicole being beaten, the other one burning someone in the house. So all I need to tell you is that you be as careful as possible. Are we all together, people? Are you all together? There is so much I will tell you, but I'm limited with time. But I'm going to give you a test. It is only 3 minutes. We shall correct it at the end. So when you write on this, you attach my thing of that question at the back of the what? Of the paper. Are we together? So someone help me distribute this. Don't put your name, okay? Just write this, and then we shall collect it later. Otherwise, thank you so much. So this now brings me to the end of my session. Please take your time, answer those questions. I want to thank you for being an attentive class, and have a nice evening. One last question.
Yes, so my question is, how can you form a deep, meaningful relationship, regardless if you follow the PVA? How can you form a meaningful relationship?
So we talked about what attributes, what are the characteristics of a very good relationship. Are we all together? You can build your relationship together. But we have key things that we have looked at. We have looked at trust. We have looked at being an honest person. Are we all together? We have looked at respect. We have looked at communication. Once those things do not exist, then the relationship is no longer healthy. Are we all together? Are we all together? A sad relationship is where there is violence, you're not happy, you're lacking happiness, you're doing what? Are we all together? Leave that relationship and move on. Or else you end up being what? Being strangled. Are we all together? So to build a relationship, you build it together. And a good relationship actually is a relationship without sex. Who agrees with me? Pardon. You get it? Yes. So that's all I had to share with you. Okay? Other things we shall be meeting and talking about them. I wanted to talk about the pedophiles, people who have sexual desires for children. Okay? So people have mental issues, but it does not make them monsters. They need help. Are we all together? Yes. So thank you so much, and have a nice break. I will hand over to Bob, and yeah, the papers you will fill, I will pick them at the end of the sessions. Yes. So take your time, answer it, and yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Haman. Thank you very much, Mr. Haman, for this beautiful session. I'm sure it's going to cause very many breakups after here, but regardless, we move. So join me to give Mr. Haman an abako. Abako, 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 kalabanda, kalabanda, Mr. Haman.
All right, thank you, Haman.